Check us out on Patreon, guys, where we give you our exclusive access to all of our videos, 186 videos and counting. We just updated it. That's why I know how many videos is on there.
Bangers too, though. Bangers. You know, nothing too shabby. I mean, I don't know, like a Led Zeppelin marathon. We got Metallica on there, some Megadeth stuff. You know, I'm just saying. Just throwing that out there, man. So if you're interested, definitely check that out, guys. The link for that will be in the description.
What's up, guys? Your boys are back. I'm Ryan, my man, George.
What's shaking, guys? How y'all living out there, man? Shout out to the free thinkers, of course, man.
Getting all ready and shit, because we got to get back to death, boy.
Death.
Not death. Death. Symbolic. I think the last song we did was, Crystal Mountain?
Crystal Mountain.
Crystal Mountain. And that's off the same album, I think, right?
Isn't it the self-titled album, Death? I'm confused because I thought Crystal Mountain was I always thought that song was came out in the 80s, because they are an 80s band. I mean, Scream Bloody Gore did come out in 87, so I just assumed, I guess, that song Crystal Mountain
was back then. Yeah,
was back in the 80s, and we may have even read that on video that it came out in 95. I just don't remember, so I was just like, oh, I guess but anyways, we knew we had to get back to Death,
man,
because they are this sort of they're technicians. I remember really thinking, wow, these guys can play very well, but the vocals taking me out of it, because they are one of those pioneering death metal bands, but they're technical death metal, so there's a certain level of sophistication that they have in their music. So I was always curious to get back to them. We just never did. You know what I'm saying? The vocals, I just think sometimes when we hear certain vocals, and this is just me, I'm just like, I don't know. But the music before with Crystal Mountain was nice. They had some really dope things happening in the music. So we'll see, man, after time has passed a little bit, right? Time has passed. We've heard a lot of different types of vocals at this stage. We'll see if we can receive them a little bit better, man. And also, let's continue with the tally. Now, this is death metal, like, technical death metal. Symphonic metal, we just got off of that. Neoclassical just got off of that. Hardcore punk, we just did one for that. I feel like we are dipping into different bags, so let's just not forget that Las Vegas is doing different shit. We're not just doing classic rock and just the hip hop thing. I just want to make sure y'all remember.
petty,
I'm just so petty, man. I'm just
petty.
I'm
Dig
so
the knife
petty.
in deeper. I'm
so petty, man. I can't help it. I'm growing, guys. I'm human. We chose Symbolic because it's the #1 listened to song on the streaming platform that we did. Looks like it's gotten good views. Yeah, it's off of what many claim to be a very classic album as well. So let's see what's going on, man.
Let's get it.
Death Symbolic.
I don't mean to dwell, but I can't help myself when I feel the vibe. It's a memory of a time in life when years seem to stand still. I close my eyes and sink within myself, relive the gift of precious memories. The night of a
Wow.
Why?
Well, at least you guys know that you get the first time reaction. We don't listen to songs before we do them. Because I can assure you, if we had heard this, I'd have been like, man, let's just do something else today. I don't know if I can get through it today. I'm telling you, I would have said that. No, but dude, it's the way it started. I don't know if you guys heard me. I was like, oh, shuck it. I was like, this is about to be
Quack.
fire. I was ready to the way that shit started, them long, powerful riffs. That gets me every time. And then this sped up pace and the vocals. So far, man, I'm like, oh man, it They had something that was so great in my eyes that I think I would have really liked. And I know we're early in the song, guys. This could still change, and you know, we can kind of get back into different grooves, and it could take me on another, you know, route here. But as of right now, this pocket right here, I just don't like the way it sounds. I just don't like the way it sounds.
Yeah, that first
That's just
part,
me.
man. That first part, though. Bum, 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 bam, bum, 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 bam. Man, when it came in, I was just like, yes, today will be a good day. But, you know, yeah, the vocals came in. The vocals, yeah, nothing's changed. Yeah. So and I know I said when we started, I was like, well, maybe, you know, nah, nothing's changed. Just don't really like the sound of death metal vocals.
And one of the things, though, just real quick, George, one of the things, man, that I want to make sure that you guys know that we realize is as we're listening to this song right now and the way that they're playing and the speed in which they're playing and the maybe the level of showmanship and skill that it takes to do this, I want to let y'all know that I see that. I just don't like the way it sounds, me personally. I just don't like the way it sounds, but I get that probably takes a lot of skill. The speed in which they're playing, that's probably pretty.
Yeah, that's
difficult.
where I was going, man. You know, I was gonna give him the work with the vocals, but I was gonna go with that transition. I don't like the way that sounded.
Yeah.
I don't like that transition whatsoever. But I know that people who play instruments will say, "Dude, do you know how difficult that is to pull off?" And you know, they have the skill, man. Same thing with I always try to draw parallels because it helps me understand the psychology of people when it comes to the music that they like. There's some people that like guys that rap really fast and they can just put 1,000 words, look up a dictionary and put a whole bunch of words together. And you know, that's greatness to some people, man. And there are other people that really appreciate, you know, what actually is being said, what's profound. It's not about how many words you can sort of contort and make sound interesting. It's about what actually is meant by what you say. You know what I mean?
Right.
What is the impact of what you're saying? So it's just a taste thing. And I really feel like the taste, because it's not just how I feel, it's what you guys have told us. You told us, like, when we did that Death, there was so many people that are like, man, y'all out of your minds. Death is the greatest. Yeah, they're incredible. Yes, they're great musicians. But I think the vocals in conjunction with, you know, the transitions are a little abrupt and dare I say, slightly disjointed to someone who's not a musician. I'm going to preface it, that'll make everybody feel better. To someone who's not a musician, that comes off a little off or abrupt or disjointed or whatever word you want to throw in there, and it just doesn't flow very well to us, even though I'm sure that it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do from a technical standpoint from a lot of people's opinions. But to a listener that isn't hardcore into this, it's just rough. But I feel exactly the same way, man, that I felt from what I remember in that Crystal Mountain video. They are they have such nasty riffs, man.
Yeah, and I love
That just sounded, I'm like, yes, you know. So we'll see where the song takes us, but that is just the raw. You can't get more raw than that. On the spot reaction. Haven't sat with the song for 2 years. Or weeks, or a day. Just right now, how we think, man. That's just what it is with this channel, man. Love it or hate it. All right, let's get back to it. Got a long way to go, though, man. So we got a long way to go. So I wasn't saying it probably in a way Ryan thinks. I'm thinking like maybe they can take us to a great journey and get it. I don't want it to come off like, oh my God, we got a long way to go.
I know. I was just laughing because the way you said it was just like, we got a long way to go.
Yeah,
Either way. Whether you like it or not.
Whether we like it or not, that's true.
It's just a long way, though. We just starting. Either way it goes.
And we know Death has they take you through journeys in their music, man. So I'm very intrigued to see where they take us.
Moving time and life. When you're into that
That is.
I lose my eyes and sink within myself. Relive the gift of precious memories. The night will they fix cold innocence.
These motherfuckers can't play them.
Yeah, they can. It's like an obstacle course.
Yeah, bro.
A musical obstacle course.
Yeah, say that again. I like that. I like that, Ryan.
You know, it sounds like, I don't know if you guys heard me over the music. It sounds like a musical obstacle course. Sounds
I
like
love that analogy.
they can do so much, and you're like, wow.
Yeah.
I don't like the way it sounds, but it's just like you're still like, wow.
They can play their ass.
Yeah.
That cannot be denied.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You know?
saying? They like the Ninja Warrior contest,
Right.
the musical version of the
Yeah.
Ninja Warrior contest. Yeah, I get it.
Jeez. Jeez. Now this right here. Oh, I was gonna hit me with like a. Come on, hit each other.
Okay, yeah, I see why y'all fuck with it.
Yeah.
I see why y'all fuck with it. though,
They're
man.
incredible.
They're
incredible.
They are very good. They are great. Great musicians. I'm seeing why y'all fucking with this one, man. You know, that little Jaws interim right there was nasty.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
I thought they were gonna have more longer, powerful guitar riffs throughout that breakdown right there. I'm gonna just call it a
You
breakdown.
wanted that.
Yeah, I was waiting, and I wish that they had that boom throughout that groove. They kept hitting me with a couple of those long guitar notes there, but you know, they had me fiending, but they really didn't bring it home for me. But I do like the pocket that they're in right here, even though I don't love what's being played. I love being wowed by what's happening, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to give credit where credit's due.
I'm gonna keep letting it rock, man, because you know, every time I feel like I'm fighting the tide of
Just writing the shit off?
It ain't happening.
Yeah, just writing it off.
But
yeah.
every time I feel like I'm about to write it off, they do some
Yep.
ill shit in here. 'Cause
I
there
hear
is
you.
some shit. When you say love being played, I get what you're saying. I think overall, but I think that there are parts that I really personally love, but it's short lived.
Yeah.
It's like it's just like in the beginning, I'm like yes, and then they went with the fast pace.
Yeah.
It is just but they're doing some really dope shit.
They
in
are.
there.
They are.
I want to make sure that you guys know that we both. Ryan seems to think this, and I think this. That they are really, really great musicians, man. All right, man, let's get back to it. This is nasty.
Yeah.
too.
That trumpet is some dope. Yeah, they're incredible, but I don't like it, but they're incredible though.
It's a fun listen to me, though.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Say for what you feel, what you see. Things that may not seem important now.
Me and Death right now in the ring right now. I'm in the ring with Death right now, man. They hit me with it like, you know, we in the ring, man. I'm like, nah, Death, I can't fuck with you, Death. But then Death's like, oh yeah, okay, you didn't like that one. What about this though? You know what I'm saying? What about this though? What about that though, George?
Yeah, man.
I feel like I'm fighting it, but there's a part of me that's you know, being broken down a little bit, man. Just because they are fucking dope, man.
They're
really great.
incredible. This is a song that, again, I've said this in prior videos, man. This is a song that this is like the the proving ground. This is the stomping ground. I feel like if a band says, "Oh, we one of the best to ever do it," okay, play this song. I would say, study this song and play it. Play this song, and then I'll say you the truth. I feel like it's just an obstacle course. That's what it sounds like to me. You know, like how well can you do this, and you know, can you what's your agility like, and what put it in
technical obstacle course, right?
Put it in musical terms, you know, whatever that would be. But I feel like it's just an obstacle course of showmanship, what you can do.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's a song per se that I would listen to, and it's just my feeling. But it's just technical ability wise. Put them through the obstacle course.
Yeah,
that's what they should have named this song instead of symbolic obstacle course. That's what that shit should be named, because they are just destroying it.
I feel like a gatekeeper of sorts would be able to, you know, in order for you to enter into this dimension, you have to. This is the test that they would give you. Play this fucking song. But one thing I want to say, man, is you know, me and Ryan have conversations about. We just literally actually had a conversation about the competitive nature. We just did a J. Cole vid. For those of you, our metal fans that watch the J. Cole vid, Heaven's EP, we were talking about the competitive nature of hip hop and how that creates, you know, and it happens in every genre, to be honest with you. Bands being compared to other bands. So then if one person thinks this band's great, then they diminish the greatness of another band just because they prefer this band, and it becomes sort of this toxic thing. And but hip hop is a big reason why hip hop has become what it is. It's become a big deal is because of the competitive nature, right? It's the I'm the best, and I feel like I'm the best. And I feel like metal does that in a way that isn't as blatant. I really feel like these guys play, and this is kind of what you were sort of alluding to a little bit, Ryan, in a way that shows like I want you to know I'm better than you without saying that I'm better than you. Right?
Yep.
It feels that way to me. It feels like, oh yeah? All right, but can you do this though?
Proof is in the pudding.
But I think that that's a competitive thing that isn't looked at as directly competitive, if that makes sense. I don't know. That's the way I feel. This was so crazy. Woo! This is the Buffalo one.
What you feel, what you see. Things that may not seem important now, but maybe tomorrow.
Went back to the beginning, huh?
Do you remember one? Things you know eternal. Heroes were so real. Their magic frozen in time. The only way to learn is be aware and hold on tight.
They're playing their ass off though right now. I get it.
I close my eyes and sink within myself. Relive the gift of precious memories and night.
Wow.
Double bass game.
Golden lights.
That double. There's some of the most nasty creative drum fills I've heard, man. That's just nasty.
Yeah, it's just.
Anyways, man, that's all I want to say. You have anything to say?
No, go
just want to
ahead.
point that out.
Just, I don't like it, but I am enjoying it. Seriously, I know, but it sounds crazy, right? I know I don't like it, but it is incredible what they're able to do.
I'm laughing at that because I get that, right? I get it, and I know they get it, but the reason why I feel like we keep stopping it and making sure that we say this is because I've seen in plenty of videos, guys, where we have videos like this where we're like, Well, it's not gonna make the playlist, and not saying that it won't with me, but we'll say like, look, dude, we appreciate it, this and that. We'll try to give it as much credit as possible. But I feel like what sticks with you guys is the fact that, but they ain't gonna play this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So y'all don't like this and it's the wrong song choice. Did you hear what we said in the video? We said it had all of this going on. It's incredible. Remember that. Focus on that, I would feel like. Like just because it's not something that we may be able to see ourselves playing, we want to make sure that like give credit to the fact, or at least acknowledge the fact that, dude, we really do appreciate what's happening here.
Yes.
This is a fun listen. Reactions aren't always about did it make our playlist or not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's true.
It's about just us experiencing different things
and exploring and learning.
And maybe over time we can go back to it and get to it. So I think that's something that's missed on our channel a lot. I think most of our patrons, a lot of our patrons for the most part get that, but I think a lot of people don't really get what we're trying to do here. They're getting busy, man.
Yes,
Let's keep it going. They could
Did it begin? The things you come was undetectable. The open road exposed the importance of our innocence. I can never be born or sold.
So difficult. That just sounds difficult. Jeez. This is nasty. This is nasty.
That was fucking
This is nasty.
ridiculous
This
right
is
there.
nasty.
Playlist, yeah. Yeah,
No, it
playlist.
ain't. Don't lie.
Yeah, it's playlist.
Don't lie. He's
I'm
lying.
playing this again.
He's-
I
he's
promise
lying.
you
He's
I'm
playing it
this.
again.
No,
And
I'm
then
not
it
saying
wa-
no.
Yeah.
I said playlist. I didn't say how long it was going to be
Yeah,
on the playlist.
I was about to say,
but
then
I
you're gonna delete the
guarantee
shit.
you that I'm going to go back and rock this maybe a couple more times. And maybe it'll stay there. But it deserves to be on the playlist. I'm playing this again. There's some
Okay.
nasty shit happening on this, man, bro. That transition.
Pull that shit back. No, I ain't got shit to say until we play that part back. Run that transition back. That shit was hard. I ain't got
He said, I
nothing
ain't
to say.
got
I ain't got nothing to say until we hear that shit again.
I'm
That
crying.
was nasty.
That
It's
was
funny
funny.
because I think it hit us both at the same time when we
Yeah.
heard it. Because I was like, this is nasty, and you stopped it.
Yeah.
So I think it hit us at the same time, like, this is just crazy right here.
Back to them Jaws riffs, bro. That transition.
Yeah.
I already love those Jaws riffs, but the transition back after the high velocity sped up
Yeah,
riffs,
man.
man. Come on, bruh.
Dude.
Bruh.
Yeah, run that back.
But he said, I ain't got shit to say until you run it back. Then we will discuss.
Yeah, then we'll talk about it.
The open road exposed the importance of our innocence. I can never be born or sold.
Yeah. Oh, they're gonna hit me another one. Yeah, dude, that needed that.
Bass game.
Oh, and it's gonna fade it out. Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta go back. We gotta touch on that again. Let's go back to that transition one more time. I felt like they should have kept that long, powerful riff every couple of, I don't know if that would be notes or chords or whatever the case may be. You know, but you hit them with the power, you hit us with the powerful, long riff note there. And then whoom, dum, 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 wow. Yeah, you know what I'm for. That would have been crazy.
That would have been crazy. Hey, listen, we're not musicians.
That would have been crazy.
And who are we?
Oh, I know I ain't a musician, but that shit would have been crazy.
But I'm gonna bring it home for you. And who are we to say that tell Death these musical savants how to hit some shit and what to put here? But all we know, because I agree with Ryan, I don't think it was needed. I think Ryan feels like it's needed, but I do think that would have been great to hear one more hard. When the same riff that they came into that transition with, just one more time, man. Now, wow.
Oh, yeah. So play that back one more time and just imagine what we just said. A couple of those hard.
I agree, though.
That would be nasty, dude.
But I don't want that to overshadow the fact that that's one of the nastiest transitions I feel like I've heard in a very long time, probably ever.
You're right.
That shit is nasty.
Yep. Wait for it. There it is.
But even that right there.
That shit.
I get it.
I get it too, bro.
You would have preferred it. I get it though. I get what you're saying. One of those. Because I think the only thing that they did, but also minus the vocals though. Because he was talking as he was saying whatever he was saying. I don't mean it didn't diminish what he was saying, but I'm sure the song has a lot of meaning, but we were just so captivated here by the musicianship. But minus the vocals, long hard riff. Just to me, just give me one. Just give me one.
One more. One additional one.
In addition to the first one that they transitioned to, it would have been nasty. And then they could have carried it out. You know what I'm saying? With the boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? So make that happen, Def. I'm just joking.
Yeah,
who the fuck do these guys think they are?
I know, man. And I don't want that to overshadow the moral of the story of this song and this band, man. Yeah, they can play their ass off, man. And again, the amount of skill that they're able to display and the speed in which they're able to do it, it's incredible. And I enjoyed watching it being done, and not watching it, but hearing it being done. But I just don't like the way the song is constructed. I just don't. Outside of the ending part, and there was that's not true. There was parts within and elements within the song. Because this song was 6 minutes or so. Mm-hmm. There was elements and times that, like you said, that I was like, yeah, you know what, that's pretty good. But then it was very short-lived, and then they kind of transitioned out of it and stuff like that. So with all that being said, the last part of this song was my favorite. And if they would have added those long guitar riffs throughout that while ending it, that would have been just nasty, man. That would have taken the song to me to another.
And it made the playlist.
It wouldn't have made the playlist, but I would have at least remembered that because sometimes we do songs, guys, and I'm gonna be honest. I mean, we've done almost 800 songs now, or 800 videos, or maybe more. I don't know, dude. I don't remember a lot of things, but I remember two categories: songs I really, really liked and songs I really, really hated. You know what I'm saying? And this would have been on the category of I really love the ending of that song. You know what I'm saying? I would have been like, man, the ending of that was fucking nasty. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That would have been permanently cemented in my head when we talk about death metal and death in general. But now I guess I'm kind of contradicting myself because now I'm gonna remember it just because they can play so well. But outside of that, man, there's a lot of songs and a lot of bands that can play really well that kind of just get lost in the shuffle because they're in the middle,
Yes.
But if you...
And many of those bands make the playlist. That's the funny thing.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
They do.
So that's my thing, man, because I really want to like this band because they have elements in them that they display so many elements that I think is great that I really, really want to like. But it's just, it comes out. I come out of liking it so quickly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm more like a euphoric type of pleasure feeling on oh, that's nasty. And then I'm out of it just quickly. So it's for me, man, that it can't make my playlist, man, because I know I won't be able to get through the song. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because of the parts that I dislike so emphatically that I'm just like, nah, bro, I can't get back to that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man, I know that was a long-winded conclusion about nothing and shit, but
I get what you're saying.
But the bottom line is this band can play their asses off, and that's one of the greatest, and this is no bullshit, that's one of the greatest performances from a band that I've heard on the channel that I don't really think I'll revisit.
Ever listen to again.
Yeah, you know? But it's incredible, though. It's
great.
incredible. You know what I mean? It's just something that's just... And it's just incredible what they're able to do.
They are great, though,
It's incredible.
man. I really want to listen to this again. I just want to listen to it again. I don't know how long this will stay on the playlist, because a lot of songs that I say playlist and then 1 or 2 listens and I'm like, I just can't rock this too much. But this is one of those songs, man. I just want to listen to it again. I just think they did an excellent job. I think technically, I think there are things that I feel like with my own preferences I just feel like maybe are a little flawed. I think the vocals are just what they are to me at this point. And I do think Abrupt, you can call it technically proficient all you want. I don't like the way the punk fast pace came in from the first groove. I just don't like the way that sounds. You know what I mean? It could be to a musician, it could be great. To me, I don't like the way it sounds. So it's flawed in my opinion.
I hear you, man.
But even with some of these flaws and some of these things that I really don't like, man, there was enough in that to make me want to listen to it again.
Cool.
And that's playlist. We'll see how long, but playlist, man. Shout out to them. But I completely understand, Ryan, how someone could listen to death metal vocals and be like, nah, I just can't get into it. That should be understandable for people in the death metal community.
Yeah.
It should be understandable. But sometimes I look at comments and I'm like, you don't think that this is going to be difficult for most people to listen to?
To take in and...
Like, y'all should understand how other people would listen to this and be like, absolutely not. Like, yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? But I get the passion, but you should understand how this is just not going to... This is considered more of a fringe, niche type of genre.
Absolutely.
It just is, you know,
Yep.
for a reason, because it's not for everybody. But I just want y'all to know we appreciate what we just heard, though. And it's playlist for me, man, and that's it. If you guys enjoyed that, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And check out our Patreon channel. Link for that will be in the description. That's Ryan Las Vegas.
We out.
We out.